Welcome to the For Listeners program. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thanks for checking us out this week. What up, everybody? I'm Spear. On the mics with me this week is the Z-Man. What is up, Z?
I got a maid, so made. I'm hot for teacher.
Okay. Right. On the other mic is the mighty Ganthor. What is up, Ganthor?
Ganthor has been wounded by a paper cut on his thumb.
Ow.
Oh, the worst
It
ever.
hurt. It's terrible.
The mighty Ganthor taken down by a paper cut.
It's like my Achilles heel.
Oh, my goodness, Ganthor.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. What
It's everything I did. I can't eat as easily. I can't type as easily. It's horrible.
Put a Band-Aid on it?
I don't know how I'm going to wipe my ass. I do have a Band-Aid. That's what makes it worse.
The mighty Ganthor's got a boo-boo.
I do have a
Maybe
boo-boo.
you just need to get someone to kiss it, make it better.
Kiss it, make it better.
Okay.
Man up, Ganthor!
All right.
What the fuck? Why don't we start going? Because I want to stop at 10. So,
What's your deadline? What's your hard stop?
Sons of Anarchy is on at 10.
You have TiVo, right?
Yes, but I don't even want to get into it because you guys will make fun of me.
I'm going to make fun of you. Do it.
No, I'm not going to say
Do
it.
it.
Spear, come
I'm not
on.
going to say
There's
it now.
no reason you should ever have to schedule your life around TV.
Because it's a social
Except
thing.
for football.
It's a social thing. We get on Skype and we comment on the show together while we're watching.
Who does?
So I told you guys are going to make fun of me, all right? Can we just start
Who
the
does?
show, please? Don't worry about it. Let's just fucking start the show, okay?
I want to change the topic now.
Why
I agree with that.
do you want to change the topic?
I want to talk more about this.
Why? Can we just start the show? Can we? It would be great.
Oh, my God.
What do we got on tap, Ganthor? Something must be done about what?
So I was in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. I told you guys about this, right?
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
And so one of the things that came along with this Vegas trip, my wife was there for work, actually. And the casino that she was working with comped her a bunch of stuff. And one of the things that she got comped with was, I guess it's diamond status,
Mm-hmm.
something like that at one of these hotels. Well, you think, okay, big deal. Everybody's got it. It's like airline miles, right? Not really. Airline miles don't mean anything until you get to a certain level. This thing let me cut in front of every line. I'm talking the buffet lines, the Starbucks lines, the cashier lines, the taxi lines. It let me cut everywhere to the point where I started automatically and against my will feeling like a rich asshole.
Feeling
Because I felt
privileged.
so privileged that, hey, look at me. I can just cut in front of all these schlubs, you know?
It let you cut in front of the cab line?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like
That can get pretty serious at a hotel because
Oh, yeah.
it's nothing like the airport cab line, but I'm telling you, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
At
pretty.
The Starbucks line was crazy.
Wait, so hold on. I'm trying to figure out. There's something. Something must be done about this.
Yeah, you know why? Because it only goes to rich people, and I hate rich people.
Well, it doesn't go to rich people. It goes to people who lose a lot of money.
Yes.
Well,
Presumably, you're rich enough to lose a lot of money.
Speaking from experience of people who have gotten casino comps, yeah.
fair enough.
They hook you up, but they're not just hooking you up for just because they like you.
Well, they like your money.
Yeah.
I get that, so I don't care about that. I mean, clearly casinos exist for a reason, and it's not because people get lucky. It's the house gets lucky. That's why you can have all these big buildings with all these big shows, and they can afford to comp people and all that stuff. What I didn't like was just the sense of entitlement that comes with something just because you have money to throw away on this type of thing.
I guess it's what you put into it is what you get out of it. Maybe.
No, it's like it's auto corrupting. It's like radioactive material. Just being around it makes you sick.
So I will admit that I had both a positive experience and a negative experience hanging out with Z with his status. Now we went to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, where you don't have as high of a status, or as you.
No, I don't got shit over there.
Well, but you had enough, right?
I had enough that we got into like a lounge.
Right. So we got into some of the lounges. We, there were hotel rooms involved. It was pretty cool. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we went to Mohegan Sun, Ganthor, and you might remember this. We went to Mohegan Sun to go see Queen and Adam Lambert. My wife, intern, being an enormous Queen fan, we go. Z says, "Oh, great! I'll try to get tickets." Now, intern and I got floor seats for, I don't know, an exorbitant amount of cash. I mean, we were pretty close, too. We were right up front.
You were like, he came up and touched you.
Yeah. Z ended up getting tickets like 10 rows behind us. I paid several $100s, several $1,000s, I think.
You paid several $1,000s for those tickets?
Yeah. How much did you pay, Z?
Zero.
Oh,
Zero.
So something must be done because you had to pay and I didn't?
Let me tell you something. Intern was apoplectic. Intern nearly lost her shit. Because, like, you're waving from, like, 10 rows behind us. She's like, how did he get those tickets? I'm like, he called up and he got the tickets. You know? I think I don't remember exactly how much it was, but it was well into the thousands.
So here's the moral of the story. Intern, let Spear gamble.
Let Spear gamble a lot.
Let Spear gamble more, and you too can do this.
The next time Queen and Adam Lambert come around, you too can get free floor seats.
There you go. See, I think we all learned something.
Did you guys get a little freaky afterwards?
What? What do you mean? Did we get freaky afterwards?
Adam Lambert?
No, I mean just after the show. He probably does things to women, gets them all revved up.
But well, I'm not talking about my private life. Certainly not with you.
Well, I mean, it's yours and Z's and interns.
Well, all right. Now are you? Wait a minute.
I'm just asking if it got freaky.
It did not get freaky. It did not get freaky.
All right.
For one thing, Z and I went out to the gambling floor. The girls went upstairs and went to bed.
And then Spear had to go to bed early because he was like, I'm tired.
What early? It was 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was 2 o'clock.
That's pretty early.
It wasn't early.
It was pretty early, dude.
Dude, you're on a boys' weekend. You got the permission to go do whatever the fuck you want, and you're like, oh, I want to go sleep.
Dude, I couldn't keep my eyes open. It wasn't that I was exhausted. I couldn't see straight.
Well, that's why you need more 5-hour energy.
That's what it was. I need more gambling practice, is what it
or
appears.
Or a slap to the face or something.
Well, that was a bad job by you. You should have hooked me up with one of those.
With a slap to the face?
Yeah.
All right, next time I know.
There you go. So there it is, though, Ganthor. The Z-Man had he was privileged with those.
I was privileged, and you know what? It feels good.
Feels good.
So it only feels bad when you see other people who are privileged and you aren't. That's when it sucks. Like when you see that person fucking cut in line and you're like, dick.
Well, because they're a dick. They're straight up asshole.
Yeah.
So it got to the point we got comp tickets to that Absinthe show in Las Vegas, which was really good. We were supposed to get VIP tickets, but they weren't. They were just plain Jane tickets, which we started to get angry about. We're getting comp free tickets and they're not VIP, and we're already angry. It's like
what the fuck? Why are these VIP
ring,
tickets?
I put it on for 10 seconds.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you've seen what the other side, how the other side is.
Well, I heard you'd be right up on stage and you'd be super close and the performers interact with you, which they did, but everybody's super close at that Absinthe show. So
the hell's Absinthe show? What is it?
It's just one of the, how they have Cirque du Soleil names their stuff. It's like, I don't know, Thor's hammer. It's like it's like a circus type thing, or they have Donnie and Marie, and Rutabagas.
Cirque du Soleil, Rutabaga.
Right. Yeah, so it's a show called Absinthe. That's all it is. It takes place in a circus tent outside Caesars. It's pretty good. It's funny. Anyway,
I would go see Rutabaga.
I don't recommend it.
No?
No.
You wouldn't see a circus named after a root vegetable? No?
No, I would not.
There you go.
So the next thing that this leads into, right, is how do you get to Vegas? You fly. What is flying notorious for? First class.
And they always they always get on board first so that you can see that they're having their cocktails and their champagne before you.
Is that, see, I've wondered why they do that, because that's I figure if I'm really, a first class baller sporting all that money, the last thing I want are all these plebes shuffling past me, stinking up.
Yeah. I always thought that was annoying too.
Barging through, right?
You'd
think that they would board last.
For the 2 or 3 times that I've ever actually gotten to sit up in first class. Yeah, it's like, I don't want these people, they keep bumping into you and shit, and you're trying to enjoy yourself, and they're all grumpy and...
Yeah, you're just trying to drink your mimosa and deal with your hot
trying to
towel.
Get my champagne on, and these fuckers keep getting in my way.
Sell some stocks.
That's right.
Got to rub elbows with the Royals.
So I think some of the bigger planes, the first class cabin is, is to the left as you board.
Yeah.
That kind of keep you out of there. So maybe it's different, but the smaller planes, that you walk right through it. So what I do now is I crop dust whenever I go through there.
That's absolutely awesome.
That's a good job by you, Ganthor.
Thanks.
And there's no real big difference in the in it, other than the fact that it's like
Wide seats.
it's wide seats. I just mean like there's a curtain. All it is a curtain, right?
Right, it's a see-through curtain at that.
Yeah.
My thing with the first class is they'll make on the smaller planes, they'll make an announcement that the lavatory at the front of the airplane is for first class passengers only.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. If I got a code brown, ain't no fucking way I'm adhering to that goddamn rule.
This is for you. This is for everyone's benefit.
No doubt about that.
Do you guys all want to see a grown man shit his pants?
Right. I'd be sitting there peeking my head around the curtain going, look, I'm either using that lavatory or I'm shitting on your lap. Choose. I don't want to break the rules or anything. But this is a code brown and it's a big one. You choose. I guess first class though, when you go on like steamer ships, like back in the day, like the.
I'm sorry, Titanic? Are we on the Titanic?
Like the Titanic is what I'm saying. Back in the day,
going on a steamer ship.
Classes had meaning. Yes, I said that steamer ship. This is my point. When back in the day, the classes had meaning, right? Where there were classes and there were steerage, and they were based on social classes. It was based on money, and there was a palpable segregation between classes.
Yes, there was also slavery.
Well, no, I'm talking about like you had your first class, you had your second class, you had your steerage, right? And it was like in steerage you're all basically bunked out in one big ass room, right? But up in the right, but up in the other classes you at least had accommodations. You had your own cabin. Maybe if you were in first class you had a window or a balcony or something along those lines. And those kinds of traditions have carried over towards modern day cruise ships.
Well, they're probably named better too, like platinum, diamond, gold.
Well, right. So now instead of calling it steerage, I can't really
judge between all those. I don't know the prices of precious metals, so I don't know which one is worth more. Diamond or platinum? You tell me.
I think let's settle on the fact that diamond isn't a metal.
Precious stone.
It's a precious stone, not a metal. We can settle on that, right? See, Ganthor just shuts down after a while.
Yeah.
You finished?
I guess. You gonna come back to the show?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Okay.
Make fun of me.
Oh, because that's never mind. Just a douche. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Fuck you, man. You know what the other thing, you get status with hotels.
I don't do that because I don't travel that much. Same thing with like airlines. I don't get the status because I never travel.
No, when I was doing the consulting thing, I would stay in hotels a lot.
Yeah.
And you would walk in, and they would go, "Oh, it's good to see you again, Mr. Spear. Oh, it's very nice to see you too. I don't know what your name is," and they would upgrade you.
Yeah, you get all the free like room upgrades. You get like the extra room on the side.
Yeah. You would get the upgrades. They would do the same kind of things where like the happy hours, free drinks at the bar, those types of things. I've told the story about the Pretty Woman suite, right?
No.
So I walk into a that was the Millennium Hilton in downtown Manhattan. I walk in, and keep in mind I'm staying for one night. Right, this is a one-night stay. I walk in, I check in. They're like, "Oh, sir, we have you up on the top floor." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's very nice." So I'm like, "All right, really nice upgrade." Then I open the door and I walk in, and it was like the suite from Pretty Woman. You walked in, and the first thing you see is the living room off to the right.
Mm-hmm.
The living room with the full sectional couch and 42-inch plasma TV. The dining room with the long dining room table, and everything was floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking uptown. It was a 180-degree view of uptown. It was
awesome.
It was unbelievable. It's like what is one guy do in this room for one night?
It's such a waste, right?
Yeah.
I was just wondering how much cum you walked and stepped on.
What?
That's sweet. What do you think happens in those things?
In any hotel room, Ganthor.
Sex parties, dude.
In any hotel room.
In Manhattan, the Pretty Woman suite.
Do you think it was just a den of iniquity?
Oh, of course. Why do you think they gave it to you?
Because they took one look at me and they were like, that guy is gonna fuck his brains out all over that room.
No, not that. Just because it's not really that nice a place.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's my guess.
All right, it wasn't looking at me as some sort of sex machine. It was looking at me going, "We're going to give him the cum den and let him just go deal with it."
Yeah.
I don't understand you, Ganthor. Why do you have to tear me down? Why do you have to be so mean?
I'm not being mean.
Yes, you are.
Now who needs to man up?
Well, I'm telling you.
Do you have a emotional boo-boo?
You're being extraordinarily mean to me tonight. And I don't know what I did to deserve it.
You guys gonna kiss and make out?
Well, I don't know.
How's your football weekend, buddy?
I knew this was going to come up at some point or another. My football weekend was fine. Thank you very much.
Sorry, buddy. Jacksonville?
Shut up.
You guys lost to Jacksonville?
Shut up.
They did.
Wow.
Can we move on? Let's just move on. What other stuff about classes?
There's like cliques and stuff. Does that count?
High school had classes.
Right.
High school, oh my God. High school had classes. Junior
the jerks,
high.
The jocks, the nerds, the
man.
plastics.
The what?
I love that. The plastics.
Plastics?
Never heard of
Mean
that.
Girls. Mean Girls. You never seen Mean
Oh,
Girls?
Mean
Never
Girls,
seen
the
it.
plastics.
Oh my God, dude! Mean Girls is such a good movie. You got to see Mean Girls. Yeah, but essentially, it's the cheerleaders
Why are they called plastics, though?
because they're so like perfect. They're so like Barbie looking, boob jobs and nose jobs, and
And plastic. Made
they're
of
all
plastic.
made of plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that all over high school. And I even had an all-boys, I went to an all-boys school, and it was crazy.
That explains a lot.
There it is.
Why is this the first time I've ever heard that?
This is the first time I've ever heard this. Spear went to an all-boys school.
Went
Let's
to
do something about that.
I went to an all-boys Catholic high school.
Wow.
Actually, I would love to do an episode about that. I would love to hear your thoughts on the benefits or deficiencies from going to an all-boys school.
So many different deficiencies. so many. But the jocks, the nerds, even within the jocks there were classes. You know, the football players were high above everybody else. And then it went down all the way down to like the lowly track guys.
Even if the football team wasn't any good?
Well, the football team was always very good, right? So they were always of a higher social status, and especially if you were on the varsity team. You know, if you were a varsity football player, you were beyond reproach.
Even at an all-boys school?
An all-boys school.
What's the point?
That's the way it was. It's the way it was.
No pussy at all?
Well, my mom taught at the school.
Oh, my God. Why would you volunteer that info?
Well, that's the truth.
Oh, come on, please let us find out what your mother's first name is. What did she teach?
I am not giving you any help on this one. You want to find this shit, you figure it out on your fucking own. What kind of problems did you experience with a class system in high school?
Sorry, I'm still searching for Mrs. Spear.
How about you, Ganthor?
Nothing. I just didn't get laid at all.
Is that because you weren't in the right?
Probably because, I'm sure there are a lot of reasons for it. But I feel like the internet would have helped me somehow.
How would the internet have helped you?
I don't know. You remember what it was like? You had to call people on the phone, have somebody answer, and then ask for them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I don't think that anything was going to help you at that point. Class.
You don't
system,
even know me.
Nothing. You should be very happy to have what you have, and that you've gotten laid twice, at least, resulting in your 2 children.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not complaining about what I have. I'm just saying.
Did you?
A lot of smashing I would have loved to have done in high school, that's all.
Did you club her over the head and drag her back to your lair? Is that how that worked with you and your wife?
No.
Feels like that's what you would have had to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't think I'm a catch?
I don't think you have any game.
That's a low blow, dude.
I just don't think you have any game. Why don't you try some out on me?
No.
Try it out.
Ask your mom how much game I have.
I've talked to my mom. She doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Mom, I wanted to ask you about Ganthor. What? Ganthor.
You know, the mighty?
The Mighty? First name, The Mighty? Who's that? Well, he says that he has a very intimate relationship with you.
You need to send her a picture.
Do you go by some other alias when you're hanging out around my mom?
No, I'm just saying we probably don't talk that much.
Oh, so that's what it is. She doesn't realize that you're one of her clientele.
She only recognizes me by one trait, one physical trait.
What, do you through a glory hole or something? Is that how you interact with my mom? I got to get to the bottom of this. I got to know.
Why do you have to make this obscene?
I got to know. Because this has been too long now, and I haven't gotten down to the bottom of this. You don't want to talk about it now?
I want to know.
You don't want to talk about it now?
I'm uncomfortable.
Now you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
4 years of making jokes about my mom, and now you're uncomfortable.
Well, you're delving into our relationship.
Is that what you call it?
Into our intimate details.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
A relationship? Nothing from you. See, when
know
you get
what?
pushed,
you have this perverse.
No, you see, when you
You're
get
like a
pushed, you shut
cuckold.
down. You can't.
You're
You
a
have no
cuckold
game.
with
This
your
is exactly
mother.
what I'm talking about. When you get pushed, you have no game. This is how I know you have no game.
Okay. I'm taking it easy on you.
You want to prove me wrong?
Like
Prove me wrong.
The little yappy dog nipping at the jowls of the big dog. It's like, whatever, dude. I'm laying down, taking a nap, and you're biting at me, thinking you're winning, and I'm just like, leave me alone. I want to go to sleep.
All right.
Not afraid of you.
What do we learn? What do we learn about classes, Z-Man?
Spears like school in the summer. No class.
Yeah, that's good. Ganthor.
Spears' mom taught at an all-boys high school.
That's right. That's right. It's true.
She teach sex education.
No. What did I learn? I learned that it sucks to have to watch somebody who's got that privilege, who's got that little bit of extra class to get something that you can't get. It sucks. And I learned that Ganthor at least has a little bit of humanity to him, because you realize that some of that privilege that he was bestowed for that temporary period of time was unfair. I give you credit for that.
Ill-gotten.
Yeah, I give you credit for that, Ganthor, even though you've been horrifically mean to me throughout this entire show.
Per usual.
So if you think that that classes and the privilege system thing is bullshit, why don't you go ahead and let us know on the Facebook page, facebook.com/4listeners or 4listeners.com. You can check out the show on Stitcher Radio or on iTunes. Just search for 4 Listeners. It will pop right on up, and you can tweet at us on the Twitters at 4 Listeners. We thank you for checking us out this week, and we hope that you will check us out again next week. Thanks a bunch.
I got his head so big, I'm like the teacher.